Malden. They're in third position, an outstanding ride for Lakin. That is your top three here in this 51C78 Limited. Gatlin Traces, Colton Patterson, Adeline Gover, Matthew Pilgner, and Ashton Thorne, your 5 entries of 51 4-6. So there's Lakin Malden. He's going to come across here in third position. A good ride for Lakin. Well, that would be Larry Hughes. Hey, this would be a good race between Darren Terry and Michael Clement. 5-year age difference. Clement, the Texas. Well, here we go. Maley, 69 years old. Clement, 65. Darren Terry, 60. And to give Mike Clement a little bit of credit here, he is a multi-time Glen Helen Vet World Champion. I think. Yeah, he makes it an annual pilgrimage to Glen Helen. So we're going to see who comes out swinging. Darren Terry will be the 311. David Riviera will be the 55. John Zamora will run 65 on the plates out of Lavernia, Texas. Stephen Edwards will run the 87 on the number plates. Terry with the 311. Clement the 255, the Texas legend. Mike Maley will be the 55. Curtis Doyen, McKenna Neely, and Christian Eubanks. It is the 181. 187, Christian Eubanks. Maybe you were correct. 187 of Christian Eubanks out of Houston, Texas. 30 years old. He is literally 30 years younger than those plus 60 riders here for Clement, Terry, and Maley. Straight from the top, from the horse's mouth, the mouth of the South. Well, you are at an AMA Pro-Am here, so you would think that you'd put some duct tape. You need duct tape. Yeah, duct tape, anything. But JT has the Pro Shop. The Pro Shop does have numbers now, 4-inch, 5-inch, and 6-inch up there at the Pro Shop. It was Christian Eubanks, the 187 on the two-stroke, 30-year-old vet two-stroke on the Eubanks racing machine, making his way out front, and Eubanks has just separated from the rest of the field here on a beautiful YZ 252 stroke, JP. Look at him. He makes his way here in front of our viewing. It's Eubanks all alone. He is completely separated. We're going to look back at our second place rider here on the track. That's going to be the 55. And Clement, the 55 of Mike Maley and Michael Clement. So you've got 69 and 65 out there leading the 40-year-olds. Maley on the two-stroke, Clement on the four-stroke. The Texas legend, Mike Clement. That might be Darren Terry, maybe. Yeah, no, there's numbers. They're black. They're on there. They're 311. They're black. Well, you know, Darren Terry, we never said Darren Terry was the smartest guy in the world. With a lot of love for him. So there's Darren Terry out there. Hey, Clement pulling up next to Mike Maley. Check it out. 65 and 69. A combined age group of 130 years old right there. And Clement, 255, the Texas legend, is going to pull the trigger. Oh, Block, check it out. He shuts him down. That's a look over. These dudes are 70 years old out there looking over each other. And they're out front leading the youngsters around the track. There's very few people in Texas motocross history that have as much experience as those riders. One is nearing 70 years old. The other one, Clement, is 65 years old as they make their way up Horsepower Hill. I mean, there used to be Los Fresnos down there in the valley, but I don't know if that Los Fresnos is still in operation. I'm not sure. Larry Hughes might know the answer to that, but pretty incredible race action there. Some real good racecraft here These youngsters that are 20 years old, imagine 50 years from now, 40 years from now, you're out there racing at 69 years old. North Texas Next Park, thank you, CP Promotions. I remember that. That's our good friend. Oh, Mr. JP. Thank you, JP. Always looking after me. You can check out the Cycle Ranch. Hey, here's 5 of David Riviera of Corpus Christi, Texas on the Honda. And Clement getting a good drive. Clement trying to get around Mike Maley. What a shootout here. There's the 65 of John Zamora. Stephen Edwards. Here comes Darren Terry. Terry losing a lot of valuable positions. So Darren Terry may have made a mistake here. Leave him alone, JP. He gets the hit. Curtis Bowling, the 227 here on the Husqvarna out of Maybank, Colorado. That doesn't seem right. No, Curtis Bowling is from Texas. That's going to be Maybank, Texas. Whoever entered that, at least. Oh, he did it online. He's from Colorado. He's from yeah. Curtis is not from Colorado, correct? He's from Forney, Texas. Okay. The last weekend, y'all's resident said Forney, Texas. Now it's Maybank, Texas, Colorado. Yeah, can't keep track. Mike Maley. No, that's going to be Kirsten Eubanks. Kirsten Eubanks, 187 out of Houston. Here it goes. Yeah, and picture perfect horn filter for Eubanks. He completely separated from us. Bill. There goes the 66. Yeah, Tina Neely here out of Conroe, Texas, 25 years old on metallic construction. It is. They bumped elbows on lap 1 and slowly they block past. They look back at each other. Let's see if Clement knifes to the inside. Here he goes. He's going to knife to the inside. He's going to try to come over. And Mike Clement is going to steal. Mike Clement takes first photo win here by a half a wheel. A combined age of 130 years old. And we're looking at the beginner open. Seth Draycott, Landon Reyes, Ashton Bacchus Lane out of San Antonio, Texas, and Bentley Brooker, number 7, Octavio Ortega will be running the 13 on the plates. Aiden Guest, the 55. August Pickens, the 64. John Cantu, the 224 on the plate. Landon Reyes, 226. And Dylan Turner will be running the 546 on the plates. We've got 2 different classes out on the track here, folks. Beginner open and the 250C junior, 12 to 17 age group. So race number 5. Race number 6 coming up. Another JG Welding Whole Shot Award, JP, coming up for race number 6. Another JG Welding Whole Shot Award. $100 whole shot certificate at the pro shop here. Up for our Really cool. Well, our second place rider, the 744, Ashton Vogelsang, drops the bike here. And here's the 45 of Aiden Guest out of Lampasas, Texas. Vogelsang gets it remounted. Check out his visor. His visor is busted up, dropping that bike. Followed by number 7 of Bentley Booker and the 8064 of August Pickens out of Candelia, Texas on the Fly, Task Building and Parent Sponsorship ride. Hey, I want to let everybody know that in June, mid-June, the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, we're going to have FCA Motocross Camp right here at Cycle Ranch. You can register for that at fcamx.org. Larry Hughes is here. You can fill you in on those camps. Those camps are always a great, great, great time. Solid moto here for Draycott on the Onium FMF shock socks. Poorly designs and MX gear designs, graphics. Big shout out to our good friend Charlene Campbell. There's Jason Draycott, Dawson's dad. Rocket Girl's dad. Whole shot award here coming up, 85 9 to 11. It is Terry Kinney with that whole shot, number 1 in that 85 9 to 11 age group. Okay, so it's Perry Stockwell out front with that Jay-Z Welding $100 Cycle Ranch Pro Shop gift card. Your son grabbing that whole shot. He was asking about that earlier, Heather, and he's got a big smile, and I showed him the whole shot class list. No, where's he taking us? Hey, where's he taking us to dinner? $100? I'm going with Chicken Express. All 9 motos. If he can do all 9, you give him 100. If he does only 8, do you get any consolation prize? Nope, it's win or lose. All or none. I like that. So Heather Stockwell up here telling her she made the deal with her son, who is leading right now. If you get all 9 hole shots, why? Okay, we got a change up here. It was Bradley Lavelle with the whole shot. It was Bradley Lavelle with that number 1 plate. Brantley Lavelle with that number 1 plate. And we're going to bring some attention to this. He did not get the whole shot, folks. The $100 bet is off immediately. Unfortunately for Perry Stockwell, he is not going to earn a $100 prize from his mother. But it's Perry Stockwell out front on that Munn Husqvarna Children's Dentistry, Speed Team, Shock Stock, Aerial View Photography, 17 Photos, 9 Oaks Ranch, LS2, and many others listed here for the Beaumont, Texas resident. Here is the number 1 of Brantley Lavelle. Here comes the 16 of Eric Pilsner out of Rio Honda, Texas. That's going to be the 426 of Coley Green out of Bryan, Texas, in the Moto D Racing. Big shout out to Moto Danny, Moto D. We've got an arsenal of racers here under his program. JP, what do we got on the line, buddy? And the checkered flag is going to wave here for our first moto winner, Perry Eli Stockwell, on that Munn Husqvarna back ride. Good start here and good moto for Perry Stockwell, number 39. Here comes your whole shot artist, Brantley Lavelle, followed by the 715 of Braden Villivo out of Newton, New Hampshire. JP, that's quite a bit of a drive, buddy. Newton, New Hampshire. A solid rider. Tell that number 1 of Brantley Lavelle. He's got a $100 Cycle Ranch whole shot gift card here. Gift card brought to you by J.Z. Welding. $100 Cycle Ranch whole shot gift card by J.Z. Welding. Here is the 495. 495 making its way through Jackson Edwards out of Burke Burnett, Texas on the Office Motorsports Edwards Brothers back ride coming through here. trailing him is the 16 of Eric Pilsner out of Rio Honda, Texas. Rio Hondo on the Yamaha. Sponsored by Pilsner, HVAC, and refrigeration. And we're going to be looking here at our 51cc air-cooled Ford 8 limited class. Luke Villanueva out of San Antonio, Texas. Number 2 on the GM. On the Yamaha, Harlingen, Texas. Oliver Bryan, number 30. Running the 88 on the number plate. Hayden Garza out of Bend Bolt, Texas on the Yamaha. Also on the Yamaha, Rio Hondo, Texas. Matthew Pilsner running the 201. Emmeline Arorio out of Seminole, Texas. Joined us. She'll be on a number 211 back ride here. And out of Byron, Minnesota on the KTM, Ashton Thorne running the 504 on the number plates. And the gate has dropped. Looks like that could be Ashton Thorne. 504 on the KTM out front, JP. It is. It is Thorne out front. They'll be looking for all about the 201 of Matthew Pilsner out of Rio Honda, Texas, sponsored by Pilsner, HVAC, refrigeration, running 1 and 2. Respectively here in race number 7, we got race number 8 coming out of staging and loading into the gate. And race number 9, make your way down the staging. Race number 10 to pre-staging. Race number 10, please make your way down to pre-staging. Again, race number 10, please make your way down to pre-staging. So Ashton Thorne, the 504, making the pass here on the 211 of Emmanuel Aurelio. And here come our front runners, JP. And the 201. Thorne looks over at Pilsner. It's going to be Matthew Pilsner out of Rio Honda, Texas, running there in second on the 201 machine on a legit PW50. Check him out. Look at his body motion. '88 Hayden Garza out of Benbolt, Texas, Masoni's Pool and Spa LLC. Making his way around, followed by, it looks like, down in the valley. Arlington, Texas. That's next to you, all the way down in the valley. Next to Matamoros. Yeah, part of my brain is still down there in Matamoros, Mexico. Here's the number 2, Luke Villanueva out of San Antonio, Texas. Good job. Hello, Chris. And the 211 coming through here, Emilien Arroyo out of Seminole, Texas. There's Chris Villanueva giving his son Luke a little high five. And let's see if Terry Kinney grabs a whole shot this one, or Bodie Lavelle or Albert Garcia. No whole shot award in this moto. Side by side. It's going to be the 13 of Trey Storo. Storo rounded the turn in first, but he made a little mistake. That allowed Terry Kinney to move up next to him, and they went over that speed hump, the whole shot speed hump, side by side, JP. Yeah, he was at Underground last weekend for the Underground Classic, and he rides the 125 really, really, really well here. He has relocated an Underground compound. The JT Race Development, One Industries FXR, 100% Maximal Oils. Big shout out to Ronnie Lachine, our friend Ronnie Lachine up there in California. It is. Well, it's your first time in announcement, I believe. Mike Haverfield on check here, following the back markers here. Followed by Terry Kinney leading the Super Mini 1, Super Mini 12 to 16 age group. The 924 Bodie Lavelle, JP. Lavelle back there in second behind Terry Kinney. That's going to put Albert Garcia, the 147, in third position. Regina Ortega, Beverly Alden, and McKenna Neely, the 661, out there in the women's amateur class. Mike Haverfield, Johnny on the spot here, JP. That's going to be Garcia, the 147 of Albert Garcia on the San Antonio, Texas, back there in third. He goes down just below the announcer's tower in that left-handed. Here comes the 777 of Regina Ortega on the gas out of Mexico. JP on the gas, looking really solid here in that women's amateur 12-plus age group. Will be followed by, looks like the 907, actually the 661 of McKenna Neely out of Conroe, Texas on his Husqvarna. Trey Storo, the 13, taking the checkered flag ahead of
Terry Kinney. Storo up and over the finish line. Tabletop here, throwing it. A little aerial acrobatic move here, launching into orbit is Trey Storo, number 13. Good ride here for the Priest Lake, Idaho resident. And Terry Kinney leading the Super Mini 12 to 16 charge ahead of Bodie Lavelle, the 924. So Terry Kinney taking the first Moto honors. It's going to be the 777 Regina Ortega, your first Moto winner, followed by McKinney Neely, the 661.
All right, gate number 2 out of the gate. That is the 65cc beginner, 7 to 11. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on track right now is race number 9. And it was a tough call on the whole shot between Perry Stockwell and Logan Moore. We'll find out in just a moment.
What do you have anybody that?
Chuck Sun, can you hear me now?
Hey, is JP's mic better now?
Hey, Corey Cochran.
The volume's up to full. So,
All right, here comes your leader.
talking right now.
Down Rhythm Road Raceway, he makes that left-hand turn, heads up towards the catcher's mitt. It's the number 39 of Perry Stockwell.
I think it was Cannon Bow the whole shot.
Who got the whole shot? Not my kid.
I believe it's Cannon. They were literally side by side. It's kind of almost too hard to tell. But Cannon Bow was on the end. So in race 11, I'll go down there and do it on race 11. I don't mind going down there and doing it at all.
All right, on the track right now, ladies and gentlemen, race number 9. Green flag is out. There's the 45, Coraline Kenny. On the line, race number 10, 30 plus AB, 30 plus CD, and 55 plus open.
Corey's saying no. Not better.
Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Mike.
He's saying it's not better. He can't even hear it. Anyway, buddy.
Oh, thanks a lot. See how you treat me.
Here is the 404 making his way through. Gannon Farrington out of Ackley, Minnesota. Will be followed by the 115 of Logan Moore.
Yeah, I can't hear you on this speaker, but I think I hear you up there. So I'm gonna go up there and see if I can hear you.
Well, the white flag is waving here. Anthony, our esteemed finish line flagger, done a fantastic job yesterday during practice, and a solid job this morning doing practice. Here comes the 45 of Coraline Kinney out of Kemp, Texas, on the underground compound back effort with Woody Apple out of San Antonio, Texas, Julia Riviera, Elliot Bajorm, Isaac Filter, Clayton Steiner, and Riker McDowell, the 574.
Here's the 55 of Jules Rivera. Check that out. We want to see here Woody Apple making his way through. Riker McDowell out of Mooresville, Texas, making their way around here on the white flag lap. We're going to be seeing Harry Stockwell any second out up into the checkers at Stockwell. Your first moto winner here in the 65 combined open 7-11 through. A fantastic ride here for Harry Stockwell in the moto. Going to come across here in second, 9:16.
Registration into the lane. All right. I think she can radio. They can come there. So we don't want to bring people up into here. But then
Yeah, yeah. And then,
You're good.
but that's where you're going. 10-4.
There you go. Check, check. And now you guys have 2 mics. And new mic system. What's the one that
Chuck son. Chuck son. Chuck son.
Check sound, check sound.
Chuck son.
Check sound, check sound, check sound. That nice and clear. Check sound, check sound. Check sound, check sound. That's not picking up on the speaker.
Check. 1, 2.
Well, we've got plus 30 AD, James Raycott. Thanks for letting us know you can hear JP now. Corey Cochran as well. Hopefully everybody can hear JP Parsons a little bit clearer now here. The mouth of the South, the legendary Texas motocross announcer who was honored last February at the Dallas Supercross on the Legends and Heroes Motocross Tour. His microphone was acting up a little bit.
And of course, Shan Garcia was the honoree of the Legends and Heroes award at Houston Supercross in 2022.
Hey, thanks for clarifying that on the deal. It was so close to call. Sure.
The other one, not this one.
So we want to bring something up here in that 65 combined open. We thought it was Cannonball with the whole shot. We have a photographer who provided the evidence. In fact, it was Perry Eli Stockwell grabbing that JC Welding $100 Cycle Ranch whole shot award in the race number 9 previous Moto. So congratulations to Perry Stockwell taking the $100 gift certificate whole shot award brought to us by JC Welding.
All right, race 10 out of the gate. 30 plus AB, 30 plus CD, and 55 plus open. And it's Shea Trey Week with the whole shot. And your 30 plus A and B goes down into turn 2. It looks like Mike Maley in the second slot in the 55 plus open, actually winning his class. On the line, we need race number 10. 11. Race 10 on the track, race 11, 85 to 150 beginner, 85 combined, open 9 to 15. Race 12 in pre-staging, 51cc combined, open 4 to 8 limited. Hey, you guys, when you get a chance, make sure and cruise over to see the fine folks over at FCA Motocross. Right down there in the pits, off the main road. Go over there and see Mr. Larry Hughes, national number 804, currently 84. And he'll have an autograph signing session up there with Mike Clement and Larry Hughes, the two arch nemesis.
Yeah, originally I thought you guys wanted down there.
Hey, if we need to get up here, we can walk.
Listen, I'm sleeping in my truck, so I don't have to get back.
Well, that's a different program.
So it looks like we will be done early on these motos, than I expected. Right, so we're still gonna, we'll try starting over there earlier, but Logan still has to catch back.
Okay.
So he's out there prepping right now. So we might go to start where it is, like 1 o'clock with the other practice.
Okay, yeah, so we'll go to that.
The schedule, because we're ready halfway
What about the knife I gave you?
It's at my house.
Your phone.
Well, I forget to bring
Look,
it.
when you try, keep it in your bag. Here, I got scissors.
That's got you you got it covered anyway, dude. Two Texan right there.
I need a blade.
Here, if there's, okay, I've got a sharper one.
You do?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. What I want to do is
Here,
crack that open.
Yeah.
Here.
So you come off,
Here.
take a razor blade and squirt that.
here, analyst.
All right, back to race action. Here comes the leader. Up towards the catcher's mitt. This is Shea Trayweek on the Yamaha. Out of Austin, Texas. I think he took a little break for a while, but it's good to see Shea back riding again. And white flags out for the 161, Joshua Barrera. And I believe this is the 55 up at the catcher's mitt, Mike Maley. And there's Skylar Shirley. White flags out for Mike Maley, 1 lap to go. Skylar Shirley and the 311, that should be Darren Terry. Yeah, Darren Terry either doesn't have any numbers or he's not in the class. He's been racing for 40 years.
Well, then y'all need to help him. He needs help.
All right. There's the 55 of Mike Maley. Shea Trayweek takes the win. Mike Maley is going to take the win in his class in the 55 plus open, but the battle continues, I think, between Darren Terry and Skylar Shirley.
It was, number 1.
Local.
Yeah, Brantley LaBelle. With the whole shot, JP.
It's in my pocket where it stays.
I wasn't done using it. That's why I was over there.
All right, here comes our leaders through the catcher's mitt. 826, Mauricio Davila. $147, Albert Garcia. $495, Jackson Edwards. And the 15, Daniel Ortega. And number 11, Caleb Pilsner.
What is your name?
Karina and Dreams.
Have you never watched Coraline the movie?
I told local about fix his registration. Neither one of them is registration.
That's not way too fast. You probably didn't even see it.
Oh. All right, your leader up towards the catcher's mitt, Marcio Davila. Sure. White flags out. Mauricio Davila. And the governor of Carter Maxwell out of Amarillo, Texas. That is first and second. We need race number 12 on the line. 51cc combined open, 4-8 in the stage area. Race 13, mini E, 4-6, 7-8. Race 14, 25 plus amateur, 35 plus open. Race 15, 250C. Remember, riders, know what class you're in. Being out to the line in time. Don't be late to the gate. Otherwise, the scorers give me the look. Braden Bildo. A14, Damian O'Neill. 65, Cody Zamora. All right, race 12 out of the gate, 51cc. Open, 4-8. And Logan Moore with the hole shot. And this is race number 12. On the line, we need race 13. Mini E, 4 to 6 and 7 to 8. Race 14, 25 plus amateur, 35 plus open. Welcome to Cycle Ranch for the USA Motocross Championships. We are live 93.1 on your FM dial. If you're not near a speaker, make sure to make your way up to the pro shop. They're going to be serving lunch here momentarily. They have great breakfast, all kinds of good items up there at the cafe. But check out the new pro shop. They've redesigned the whole building. They've opened up the area to stock more accessories for your riding pleasures. And we do have new products in stock. We have new numbers. We have 4-inch numbers and 5-inch numbers to accommodate the smaller bikes. And of course, the small side plates on the 250s and 450s. The 5-inch numbers will work on those.
It's better to have a second set of eyes on it. I'll watch them up here too. Because that could be Draycott, Storo, Ackerman.
Well, normally, the whole shot's not that close where they're like, I mean, within a half an inch.
And it's got a hump. It's like everybody wears that hump, so it's practically.
So do I. It's all about the hump.
You gotta do what you gotta do. You're not judged.
Especially that guy. Always gotta do what you gotta do.
Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Doo.
Well, none of your classes are there.
All right, here comes our leader to the finish line sweeper.
Oh, they're on the track.
That's going to be the 24, Logan Moore. And the 11, John Luca Roya. The battle continues. 013, Lakin Molden. That's the repeat of what it was.
Exactly, Moto 1. Malden back there in third. Good ride here for Lakin Malden on the 6D Havoc. Armor Vision, FX Mobius back ride. Adeline Gubber, Brody Wells. There's the 143 of Brody Ross. A pair of Brodies on the track here, JP. Ross and Wells. And is that the 966?
Cold Steiner, I believe. 506, Bentley Thorne out of Byron, Minnesota.
Hey, I got mine down. Waiting for,
All right, your leader. White flag is coming out for the 24 by the way of Weatherford, Texas. Logan Moore. And in second place, out of Samoa, Texas, on the number 11 Cobra, John Luca Roya. And third place on the 013 Cobra, by the way of Montgomery, Texas, it's Lakin Malden. And the 996 Colton Steiner. White flags out, I believe, for the 143, Brody Ross, and foul by Colton Steiner. On the line, race number 13, Midi East, 64678. Race 14, 25 plus amateur and 35 plus open. And 506, a Bentley Thorn. By the way, of Byron, Minnesota. And checker flag for Logan Moore, foul by John Luca Roya. And we should be seeing the 013 of Lake and Malden. There's a 123 of Adeline Grover.
Who? Oh, okay.
Are you training her?
No, I'm not training her. The dad's just kind of training her.
143, Brody Ross, and 996, Colton Steiner.
I just wanted to. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think he's just trying to save money. That's why I trained my own here.
On the line, race 14, 25 plus amateur, 35 plus open. Race 15, 250C. Race 16, 65cc, 7 to 9, and 10 to 11.
We have a little bit of school.
All right, so race 13, in your 4 to 6 class out of Floresville, Texas. Colt Patterson, number 44, on the number 88 Gas out of Ben Bolt, Texas. Hayden Garza. And on the 930, Cannon Bow out of Ucapia, California.
Cole Patterson out of Floresville, Texas. Hayden Garza, Cannon Boat, Cannon to the 930 out front out of California on the Vista Design and Laner suspension effort here. So good to have Cannon Boat for California. Cole Patterson and Hayden Garza out there in the Mini E 4 to 6. We got race 14 loading in the gate, plus 25 amateur and plus 35 open.
Second Motos.
All right, white flags out. 930, Cannon Bow.
This wireless mic, you got one too, right?
Yes. Both
Okay, I
these
think
are
those,
working.
yeah, you should be able to bring them over. They should
Hey,
be able
well,
to
why-
just bring them over to the pavilion and they'll still work, correct?
Do we need to go test it before we go?
That's
do
what I'm
it?
saying.
You can grab one of them and go up.
I may do that. Test.
44, Colt Patterson
Cole Patterson lives here with us.
in beautiful Floresville.
Is down on the river, Hidden Oak Annex down in Beeville. Just couldn't quite get the people to come. And
There's,
so
there's nobody,
there's nobody here.
they had, here's.
But I tell you what, no problems for this checkered flag winner. That's the 930 of Cannon Bow.
Yeah, our team said you should be able to bring those microphones over. Everything's coming from that window right there, and there's a straight line of sight into the pavilion.
There's the 88 of Hayden Garza.
So, but when you guys hit.
All right, race 14. We have a Husqvarna out front, probably Jeremy Squidbro.
He's a regular out here. His dad.
Was that him out front?
Yeah, his
Yeah.
dad, Frankie.
Yeah, Jeremy Squidbro with the whole shot.
Used to ride out here.
Yeah, I remember the name.
Yeah.
So got Jeremy out front. Gavin Rongale on the 20 in second. On the 161, Joshua Barrera. On the 170, Zach Ritchie. On the 224, Joe Cantu. 238, Christian Wilcox. And on the 659, Shay Treywee.
Is Jeremy Squibrow out front here in this plus 25 amateur class. Jeremy Squibrow out front at Lavernia, Texas, the hometown hero. And he's leading Gavino
Rongale, the Dallas police officer. Good to have Rongale here this weekend, followed by the 659, our old friend
Shay
Truick on the Yamaha, the 47-year-old running in third position right now is Truick leading that plus 35 open class, JP.
And followed by the 161, Joshua Barrera.
Here's the 224, John Cantu, Christian Wilcox at 328 in the mix, Zach Ritchie out of New Braunfels, Texas, as well as Joshua Barrera, as JP just mentioned and alluded to. We're on race number 14. We've got race 15 loading in the gate to PC, race 15 loading in the gate here. This will be for a JZ Welding $100 sock wrench gift card here at the Pro Shop.
coming up here for race number 15. Well, it is still Jeremy Squibrow in Lavernia, Texas on DNR construction back right here, the 28-year-old, besting the field so far here as he enters the final lap here for the plus 25 amateur class. Gavino Rongale back there in second out of Fruitvale, Texas, right up near Dallas. A good ride here for Gavino. And Shay Truick, the 659, still a good ride here for the 659 in that plus 35 open class is Truick. And back in third, Joshua Barrera. So it's Barrera in third position here in the plus 25 amateur. Check out Barrera standing up through the finish line, right-hand bowl berm. So good technique here by Joshua Barrera. And back in fourth, yes, Marty Trites. Back in fourth, it's the 492. No. Zach Ritchie in fifth. Joe Cantu, the 224. No. So it is Dylan Carter out of Lavernia, Texas with the whole shot here. Dylan Carter, number 6 on the HP Race Development FXR Dunlop 100%. Cade Ackerman, Trace Storrow right there, second and third. So Dylan Carter with that whole shot, solid start here. A $100 Cycle Ranch gift card for the Pro Shop brought to you by Jay-Z Welding. Dylan Carter, Trace Storrow, Skylar Draycott to be up there in the top 5. Angelica Vasquez, our Mexican national champion. Dylan Doyen, the 85. Peyton Edwards runs the 467 on the plate. And Ashton Fogelsang will be the 744 with Ackerman on bike number 8. Good to have Cade Ackerman here. Also out of Lavernia, Texas, HP Race Development, Twin Air ODI. Dunlop back ride here. It is still Carter out front with Trace Storrow on that YZ or KTM 125 in second position. And in third, that should be Cade Ackerman on the big bike now. Ackerman on the Super Minis 2 years ago makes his transition up into the 250C class. So Storrow, Ackerman trying their best to chase down Dylan Carter. Here goes our fourth position. The 85 of Dylan Doyen back in fourth. And in fifth, it's a 740 of Ashton Vogelsang on that Honda. Your top 5, that is your top 5 here in the 250C on lap number 2. That right now is all Dylan Carter, number 6, with Trace Storrow in second on the 125 machine. Cade Ackerman back there putting the pressure on Storrow as they make their way up Horsepower Hill across the right there with the beautiful American flag waving. What a sight that is. We got fans in the bleachers, catcher's mitts, both catcher's mitts, fans in the bleachers, the American flag waving proudly here. Motocross USA Motocross Championships. We've got 250C out on the track. Race number 16 loading in the gate. Race number 17 down in staging. Race number 17 should be down in staging. And then we're going to take the program over to the night track for the second set of motos. Cade Ackerman still putting the pressure here on Trace Storrow. This is the race we're keeping our eyes on, folks. The battle for second and third. Oh, and our leader making a mistake here. Dylan Carter making a mistake. He gets it corrected, but he loses a few seconds here. And he had a few seconds to lose and burn up, so no real big harm there. But almost Dylan Carter getting the front tire up over the exit chute on a right-hand berm. And almost pitched the bike over the berm sideways. Here's the I believe that's going to be Angelica Vasquez on the 273. That looks like her body style and racecraft and race position is typically number 45. So we think that is going to be Angelica Vasquez on the Barrow 273 machine. Here comes the race, folks. Checkered flag is awaiting. Dylan, number 6. Trace Store out of Priest Lake, Idaho, by way of Underground Compound in second. Cade Ackerman on the HR Race Development, HP Race Development in third. Ackerman, let's see if he knives to the inside. Take one final swipe here at Storo. Ackerman drops the bike. He goes to the inside, drops the bike, makes a minimal mistake, and that's going to put him back in the fourth at least, and possibly fifth if he cannot get the bike remounted. So he's remounted. He's going to slip back to fourth. That's going to put Dylan Doyen out of Maybach / Forney, Texas. Back to fourth. Little mental mistake here. In the left-hand finish line, Goulburn. What a solid ride here. There's Seth Draycott, or Skylar Draycott, number 24, just ahead of the 467 of Peyton Edwards out of Burke Burnett, Texas. And here, okay, so here's Vasquez. She was not the 45, so we do have a mystery rider out there. It is not Angelica Vasquez. She is number 45. Or a mystery rider. Not sure who that is. It is Perry Eli Stockwell out front, the 39 out of Beaumont, Texas. Large and in charge here of the 65, 10 to 11, 65, 7 to 9 age group. Tom Arroyo running the 11, Logan Moore the 115, Coley Green out of Bryan, Texas will be the 429. Cannon Bow will be running the 916 on the Husqvarna, Yucaipa, California. Perry Stockwell on the Beaumont, large in charge here leading Cannon Farrington, 404. Our two entries here in the 65, 10 to 11 age group. So it's Perry Eli Stockwell out front, the 39. On the Munn Racing, Children's Dentistry, Speed King, Aerial View, Shock Sock, 7T Photos, 9 Oaks Ranch. Perry Janitorial, Beaumont Tracker. Coley Green, the 429 out of Bryan, Texas, making his way around the finish line section here. Looking really solid through that beautiful no funner berm, probably in Texas motocross. Well, I shouldn't say that. This is one of the top 5 or top 10 berms in Texas motocross. Right here at the exit chute, and you finish the finish line, tabletop, you hang that immediate quick right, and you go down that beautiful left-handed berm. Just perfect photo opportunity spot. Here comes Perry Eli Stockwell out of Beaumont, Texas, on the Husqvarna, the 39 machine. As the checkered flag is going to wave for Stockwell. Well, we've got a pair of classes out on the track right now with the 403 of Josh Barrington and that plus 40 AB class on the Yamaha of Ackley, Minnesota. Grabbing the whole shot here was Jeremy Wanjura, the 167 out of Victoria, Texas, in second. Wanjura second place. Christian Eubanks, Cody Thorne, Devin Wilson will be running the 792. Paul Neely will be the 73 out there out of Tomball, Texas, the 23-year-old on the Crick Motorsports Cooper Sanatech back ride. And that plus 40 AB, Antonio Munoz out of Lubbock, Texas, on the Jay Stevens Tony G-Cell back ride number 16 on the number plate. Tim Bryan, the 92 out of Harlingen, Texas, on board the Yamaha. Barrington, the 403 with the whole shot, with that FXR, FMF, and Barrington towing back ride, the 403 with Shea Trewick. His second look at the track here for Shea Trewick, the 659 out of Austin, Texas, on the Yamaha. So I'm being told Munoz, Brian, Farrington, Trey. It is the 167 of Jeremy Wanjura out front. So Wanjura made his way around the Yamaha of Farrington. So Wanjura now on his way in the driver's seat here in this plus 25A class, a money class here for Wanjura. And the plus 40 AB, it's Farrington. Cody Thorne back there in third position. He's second in the plus 25A class. Currently running second in the plus 25A class, the third out on the track, followed by the 403 of John Farrington. Actually, the 403. Now Farrington back there in third in the plus 40 AB class. So race number 17. Folks, we're going to adjust the schedule a little bit, and I'll be making some announcements here in a minute to find out what time we start the second motos over on the night track. We are going to condense the program a little bit, shorten it up, probably start a little bit earlier than the posted 1:45 time, and I will let you know. All right, 1 p.m. start time. That is it, the official word. A 1 p.m. start time. That'll give everybody about an hour and a half. 1 p.m. start time on the night track. That'll give everybody about an hour and a half to enjoy the rushes. Loop your chains, pair offs. Maybe argue with the parents if you want. So we've got a 1 p.m. start time here for the second set of photos over on the night track. And we've got a race shaping up here. Wanjura on the KTM. Still leading. Still leading Christian Eubanks. So it's Eubanks on the Yamaha in that plus 25A class. Wanjura out front in the plus 25A. So 1 and 2 respectively are plus 25A riders. As the checkered flag is going to wave for Christian Wanjura, or Christian Eubanks and Jeremy Wanjura. Getting those names mixed up here. Wanjura out of Victoria with a solid second place run here, first place run. Eubanks second on the Yamaha. And it's the 508 of Cody Thorne in third place. Plus 25A. Here comes John Farrington. Farrington, that plus 40 AB class, going to hug that inside line. He's going to come over. It's going to be Farrington besting the 73 of Paul Neely. So Farrington, the plus 40 AB rider, Paul Neely, going to win the College Boy 18 to 24, and that will do it for the first set of motos, folks. Don't forget, 1 p.m. start time. The gate will be dropping at 1 p.m. over on the night track. So about 12:45. At 12:45, we need motos 1, 2, and 3 over to staging. Motos 1, 2, and 3 over to staging at 12:45 over on the night track.
Chuck Sun. Chuck.
Thank you. Good.
1-0. Let's go to the night track. During the day.
I didn't even know that had water out there. Yep. It's kind of cool, actually. It is. And our wind's got a pretty good little bite to it. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Yes, sir. Not a problem.
See you next moto.
Yes, sir.
Chuck Sun. Hey, make sure you make your way over to Little Joe's Lemonade to quench your thirst.
That was fun, JP. I'm going to post that up on Facebook. You do?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Up here in the Tower of Power as we're relaxing, getting ready to shift gears and go over to the night track in about, let's say about 30 minutes, because we're going to launch the program at 1 p.m. on the night track, Moto #2, for your USA Motocross Championship race right here at Freestone. I mean, at Cycle Ranch. Think about, the 27th annual Texas Winter Series, FMF Texas Winter Series coming up. Can't believe 27 years. But anyways, hey, we got Larry Hughes up here, and he's going to give us a little information about the FCA camp, which if you guys never been to, I've been to them. I haven't ridden, but I've been to them, and they have a lot of fun.
Thank you, JP. Yeah, big announcement is, as you guys have been hearing over the PA from your announcers this morning, is FCA camp, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, going to be right here at Cycle Ranch next year. So June 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. We're going to have the track private just for ourselves. It's going to be awesome. We'll have 8 of the best trainers, and it's amazing. We'll have training set up on the national track, on the night track, probably use the vet track as well, the turn track, the kids track for the kids. So if you've never been to an FCA motocross camp before, it's pretty cool. You get grouped with other riders of similar age and skill level and speed, usually a group of about 8 to 10, but you have a group leader that's assigned to your group and an assistant leader. And they make sure that you're where you need to be when your training's going on, and they keep you hydrated, they keep you focused, and then you stay together when you're off the track with that group, and you discuss things too. It's amazing. The fellowship is unreal, but the on-track training is amazing. So for more information about how you can sign up or learn more about FCA camps, just go to FCA MX, and that's FCA like Fellowship of Christian Athletes, FCA MX.org actually, and all the camp information is there. Hey, by the way, folks, we're going to have a chapel service tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. underneath the pavilion. Please join us for chapel at the pavilion at 7 a.m. Probably get started a few minutes after that. Bundle up. It's going to be cold. We'll have with some space heaters and some propane heaters there. Cold front's coming in tonight. Speaking of cold front, FCA, we've got merch for sale today as well over there near the pavilion. We're down there. You'll see us on the way to the pavilion, kind of down there by the restroom. But we've got hoodies for sale. We're closing out some of last year's hoodies, I think, $30, $20 or $30. We're closing out T-shirts at $15, and we've got some other stuff. So come on by, check it out, and if you want any information about camp, we can give you that too. But we'll see you for sure tomorrow at chapel at 7 a.m. at the pavilion. Thanks, JP.
we've got a 12:15 time right now. 12:15. We'll be making our way over the night track at 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. for practice. So 2 laps side practice at 1 p.m. That's about 45 minutes from now. Perfect time to make your way up to the cafe and grab yourself some lunch. And then we'll head over the night track for the start of the second set of motos at 1 p.m. practice time. 1 p.m. over at the night track.